Hello everyone, and let's check out another very beautiful chess game from the history of chess. And in this chess game, white is George Henry Mackenzie, and he was a Scottish-American chess player. He was one of the most important, one of the strongest players in the 19th century, especially in the United States. And George Henry Mackenzie immigrated to the United States in 1863, and he simply dominated the chess in America. He almost won every tournament he participated, and respectively, he won the second, the third, and the fifth American chess congresses. So he was a very strong player. And in this chess game, Mackenzie is playing with James Mason. Mackenzie has the white pieces, and Mason has the black pieces. This game was played in Paris in 1878, and on the other hand, James Mason was also a formidable opponent. He was a strong player. So anyway, George Henry Mackenzie, who is playing with the white pieces, starts the game with playing e4, e6, d4, d5, the French defense, knight to c3, knight to f6, e takes on d5, pawn takes pawn, knight to f3, bishop to d6, bishop to d3, and both players castled, knight to c6, bishop to g5, pinning the knight, knight to e7, a very bad move. Well, bishop to g4, or bishop to e7, these moves were the better moves. But a mystery to everyone. But James Mason played knight to e7, and this allows white to capture the knight and double the pawn structure. This is what happened in the real game. Mackenzie captured the knight, and we have g takes on f6, damaging the pawn structure. Knight to h4 by Mackenzie, king to g7, queen to h5. It looks very dangerous, isn't it, for black? And James Mason played rook to h8, defending the pawn. Defending on h7, f4, c6, rook to f3, rook lift, knight to g6, rook from a to f1, queen to c7, knight to e2, bishop to d7, a normal, natural-looking move, knight to g3, rook from a to g8. And in this position, James Mason wants to defend his king. Maybe he wants to bring his king on f8. That's a possibility. But in this position, George Henry Mackenzie played a very beautiful move. He played the most accurate move. And can you guess that move? Normally, I won't ask you difficult questions, but this move is a difficult move to find. So can you guess the next move of Mackenzie? Well, he played a killer move. Well, believe it or not, but in this position, there is forced checkmate. So not just finding that move is important, but finding the rest of the moves is also very important. So can you guess the next move of white? What would you do in this position? So can you see the forced checkmate in this position for white? Well, George Henry Mackenzie played queen to h6. This was the move. He sacrificed his queen. And king takes on h6, the only move. And then knight from h to f5 by Mackenzie. That's check. Only move. Bishop takes on f5. Knight takes on f5. That's check. King to h5. g4. Check. King takes on g4. The only move. Rook to g3 now. King to h5. And after this move, there is checkmate in one move. Well, Mackenzie played bishop to e2. Checkmate. What an incredible checkmate by George Henry Mackenzie. So after rook from a to g8, James Mason didn't solve the threat. So this was the forced checkmate, queen to h6. And there is no defense for black. This was the forced checkmate. What a brutal checkmate by George Henry Mackenzie. What a game. So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Take care and bye bye.